Hey, I'm Gary Strigler. Recently I had a fairly good sized project building some different things for a church. At the very end of that, they came back and go, hey, we need a cross on top of little cross on top of one of the pieces. By the way, I hope maybe you saw that on Instagram. I shared a little video of that on Instagram. But at any rate, so I just needed to do this joint really one time and need to do it pretty quick. So this is how I made the cross. It's a pair of lap joints that just go together like so. Then I put a little bit of glue in there. Thank goodness for headless pins. Shot some headless pins together and then sanded it. But how can you quickly make a joint like this? I mean, there's certainly all kinds of ways. Dado head on table saw, lots of things you can set up. But if you just need to make one, you want to make it pretty quickly. Let me show you how you can do that on a miter saw with a really good blade. Now I do have a great Tenru blade on this miter saw. You don't want to do this with like a construction blade. Let's go to the saw and take a look. Okay, so first of all, as far as I know about, every good miter saw that you can buy has a feature where there's a little lever you can fold down that limits the depth of cut. And so I've got this depth of cut limited, but also, as you look at this, back here, the blade is up. So if I try to make a joint right there, I'm not going to get it. But right here is the lowest point. That's the lowest point of the blade. So what I want to do is use a shim like this to bring it out so that I'm cutting at that lowest point of the radius of the saw blade. So first I want to do, the good news about this is it's way longer than I need, so I've got 2 or 3 chances to get it. But I'm going to just took my piece and roughly marked it. It's kind of hard to see on walnut. Then okay. I've got to have this backup piece to move it out so that I'm cutting with the part of the saw blade that I need. So I'm just going to move that to right there. I've got extra length on either side, so once I make the joint, then I can fine tune it. So I need to take just a little more off, but it's a good idea to stop and check because I'd rather make 2 small cuts than make one that's just a little bit too much. It is important, I'm sure you notice I'm going all the way past the cut, so I make sure that I get a cut all the way across this. And the work light on this saw is also extremely helpful in this because it gives me a shadow of the blade, lets me know when I'm going to be cutting. Now, maybe I was in a little bit of a hurry or whatever, and I don't know if you can see it, but this is not completely flat in the bottom. So if you've watched me teach and with videos before, you've heard this phrase. I'm going to do something that you may not be comfortable doing. If you're not comfortable doing this, get you out a nice sharp chisel and clean that bottom up. But this kind of goes back to, trim carpenters. So I've laid this out where the blade's just kissing that. So taking off probably less than a 30-second, but I lowered the blade down and just slid this back and forth till the blade came in contact with this side while I was against this. Just a little bit of that. That gave me a flat, nice flat, clean bobbing. And you can do the same with a chisel. If you're better than me with a chisel, got a sharper chisel, that's a great way. Again, if you're not comfortable doing that, do something else. But that's got those pieces. Now what I'm going to do is just trim it here and trim it here. But great way to make a very simple joint quick when you only need to do one or two.